So hello and welcome. Today we'll be fixing this workflow you see in here. So this workflow basically posts to LinkedIn every 2 hours at least. You can see the trigger goes off every 2 hours. So what the workflow does, it crawls Hacker News home. So we have this URL over here. So this is where our system scrapes for information. You can see here the way it looks. It's not very pleasing. Okay. So we have this data here as our output. See this data. So we have now this node. This node is the one that's giving us an error. We are using Python, and as you can see, it is on beta mode. So what we are doing is we are using Beautiful Soup and Simple JSON to extract some valuable information from the information we crawled from Hacker News. So this information is mostly in HTML form, as you can see. So what we want there is the details about the post. Okay, so when I run this node, you can see I am getting runtime error, blocked for security reasons. So this one, after doing some research, I found out that it's because the OS module is blocked in Pyodide. And as you can see, one of these libraries, either Beautiful Soup or Simple JSON, has imported OS module behind the scenes for functionality. So this spawns an error in my workflow. So we have this sheet. This sheet stores all the posts that has been fetched all over the time. So I store them here. So here I'm just fetching so that this node here, it's another code node. This time it's written in JavaScript. So its function is to now compare to check whether these posts that we've extracted, whether they have been posted before. Remember, it's checking after every 2 hours, so it might fetch the same data again. So this part get rid of not this one but this one. It will filter the unposted items. It's then passed to this node. This node is just an HTTP node. As you can see, it has the URL. So this URL is the GitHub link. So here what we are doing is this extracting metadata. We are trying to we are getting those Hacker News news posts that are related to GitHub repositories. So if somebody posted a news about a GitHub repo, we will capture it in our workflow. Then we will go visit the page so that we can find the information on what the repo does. Remember, there is the README in every project that people write to explain what the project is trying to do. So that's what you're extracting with this node here. So then we convert the HTML that we extracted to Markdown, so that our AI can be able to understand the input properly. Remember, AI, the LLMs, in this case I'm using the Gemini. We can look at it. We are seeing I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash. So LLMs work well with Markdown text. So that's why I'm converting my HTML into Markdown so that my LLM can be able to work with it. So inside my agent, inside my basic LLM chain, you can see there's a prompt, there's a user message. Here I'm providing the title, the detail, we have the repository link, and now a response example. This is a response example I'm providing there. Then you can see I'm saying I'm requiring specific output format so that I can get this output parser connection here. So I also have a system prompt. So for my system prompt, I have something just very simple. So I'm telling it to generate engaging, professional, and informative LinkedIn posts that effectively communicate the value of a project, initiative, or idea while maintaining a neutral, native-driven tone. The post should include real-world use cases, example to illustrate the project's practical application. The post should also include the project link. So I've given it the context over there. So I have all that laid out. So this one, I did not create it myself, luckily. So I used ChatGPT to do so. So you don't have to like come up with all these cause I used an LLM to come up with a best explanation of how to use itself. So that's what I've done there basically. So we have that. So this one provides an output. Then we have the output parser. So this one, before I wanted it to post on Twitter also, but which is currently X, but due to some technical errors, I decided to remove that functionality. But we have LinkedIn down here, so the output will contain these two, but I'll only use the LinkedIn one. So we have this node that validates it. This one uses JavaScript also. This one is to validate whether the content that was created is up to the standards. Then we filter the ones that have been errored here. Remember, there are several posts. Most of the times we have a minimum of 2 posts that scrapes in every 2 hours. So we have, remember that sheet we fetched before? So this is where we're saving data into it. So we are logging the post to the sheet, then we create the posts, and then now we update the sheet. And then there's now this part. This part is the URL. This is push notification to my phone. There's this application I'm using. It's called NT5. This one, the word you can see, the word you're seeing here. It sends. You can use it to send notifications, push notifications to your phone automatically, programmatically, I mean. So our aim today is to fix this security error here. So I'm using Hacker News. We can see here when we try to find we have this Hacker News here, and for example, we say we want to get many items, as we are doing with that, and we execute step. It's returning nothing. So there must be an issue there. Let us see. Is it connected to? Oh, but that can't seem to be the issue. Let us see again. Let us run it again and see. Okay, it ran successfully. Let's delete this connection. Here's the delete. Can't see the delete key. Let us go back like that. So here we have the icon. Now let us try to run it again. I can see it is running, executing. So here we are. We've now found. Can see now the data self. Okay, but it is in some funny form. I think these are just the IDs themselves. Let us see the properties. We have keyword and tags. Not really. Get many items. Let's see articles. Oh, then we find a single article there. Again, let's try to create many. Execute step. Let's see. value tag children. Okay, so 100 items. Story ID. So this is a lot of work. This is a lot of work. So I've used ChatGPT already. Sorry for that. So I've used ChatGPT already. We have talked about it. So there I shared the current code and some prompt. So this one brings up the error because the OS module is somehow involved, and poses security error. So it did some research. It's told me the option 1, I tried it and it failed. Same error. Now we have the option 2, offload parsing to an external Python service. So if you need full Python, maybe e.g. you want OS or blah blah blah, so run separate microservice, maybe Flask or Fast API outside n8n. So then simply use hit your service endpoint with row and receive back passed JSON. So continue workflow in n8n. So this seems bulky. This keeps bulky modules out of Pyodide, sidestepping sandbox off limits. So I think this is a good idea. I can just create a script and run it in my EC2 instance containing the n8n flow. So that is what we are going to do today. So this is what we are replacing. Okay. So we have this example that ChatGPT created for us. So we have Fast API, we have basic soup, we have all that. So let me first start by creating an environment here. So we have Python. I have several Python installed, so I'll use that one. Let us see this. So we'll try to use this one exactly and see how this one takes us. This one, we'll see how it works first. So we'll come here, we run this part, then we copy the output and paste it for the application to see how that one goes. So we have our environment has been created. So let me create a Python file. Still not yet recognized. Does copy this code, paste it there. So let's first API and request, beautiful soup, basic border list, UVCon. So we need to have all these installed first. We have requirements .txt. So there have been discussions that AI is going to replace developers and all that bluff, but for me, I'm saying that I'm with those saying that AI is going to just replace those who don't know how to work with AI. Like for me, people like me will replace you guys. So with that said, you can feel free to reach out if you have a project that needs to be done. If you want to work business together, you can reach me out. You can just search my business, Big Binary Craft Technologies, and fill out the contact form. You'll be able to reach me. So we have fast API, beautiful soup. This one will install the first API will install Pydantic, so that one you can skip it. Then you can now, the last part is Uricon. So those are the requirements. So let me start my terminal to load the new environment. As you can see, it's loaded. Let me just confirm. Yeah. Then pip install the requirements now. So let us wait for that to run. So in my prompt, you can see ChatGPT has provided the service file since I'm using a Linux server. So in my prompt, I had told it to I had specified I wanted what I wanted. So you can see here for option 2 it told me to reload, and we use the HTTP request node. We hit my service endpoint, we get back JSON. So so here we have in the error steps. So I told it, can we do the offloading? Let's write a Python script and a service file. You see, I told it to write a service file to expose an endpoint in localhost on the same server, and I gave it an option to suggest anything better if that one was not the best option. So I told it, or do you have something better, some better suggestion? So we have yes. So offloading to a local microservice is the smartest move, blah blah blah, all that bluff. So we had the plan. So it is to accept HTML via post, pass it using beautiful soup, and return structured JSON of GitHub post and run locally on port 8081. So we have the code there, and we have the service file. So first of all, before I use this service file, I'll have to run this code on my machine first, so that I can make sure that it's working. Upgrade pip. So we've installed these libraries. It's taking a while for them to load, but no worries, we'll just continue. So you can see here in the service file, ChatGPT is saying we run it with Python 3 and main.py. So that's what we'll do. Let's use Python 3. Let's use Python main.py since we are in a virtual environment. So we have that. It's in port 8081. Let's go back to our browser. So localhost 8081 docs. Let us see the docs. So you can see it's working, but our VS Code has not yet identified, so that's fine. Have that. So it needs the HTML as a string. So let's go back here, run this part. So we'll get this part. So we have data as our string. So what you do is you come here and copy this data part. So this is what we need, up to where it ends. You just have to be patient, going as fast as we can, and we are clearing the bottom. So we start, here is our end, then we copy that. No, it's just here we come, that part we paste all that string here like that. Click on execute. sorry, and we get our data back like that. So we have our ID. This is the post ID, the post title. We have the URL. You see, it's a GitHub link. We have the site itself, the site name. We have the score. I don't know how it's calculating the score. Oh, this one is from Hacker News, I guess. Have the author, age, it's 5 hours ago, comments, and now we have the news URL. So we see this one has only 2 of them. You see both are GitHub links. So you can see that our it's working. That our script has worked. So this one is what we push to the server. So we have our code now in main. So we create now the service file. So what we'll do, we'll store the service file in our repo. So we'll upload this to GitHub, then pull it from our server. So let us see the name of the GitHub. So we have git parser.service, but I'll call it the name HTML parser. This that.service. Then I'll just copy, then edit this one. So I'll just leave it that way. That one I'll leave it that. This one I'll change it to my instance server. Then the path to my app. Let's go back here. pwd. I'll just clone it on my. Let's give it a refresh. I'll just put it on my home directory. I'm just a little bit disorganized. The server doesn't have those that many files, so you can see we have just several folders. So pwd home stroke home stroke ubuntu. So this is where I'll kind of store it. So I'll just delete this one up to somewhere like that. Paste that there. Then have the name of my. Have it as HTML. This is not the best name, I'll say. Since it does not pass HTML. It's specific to Hacker News. Since if you pass any other HTML file there, you won't get any output. So this one I'll rethink that again. I'll definitely rethink that. So this one, let me just initiate the repo, publish to GitHub direct, so that I get this name, so that I'm sure that the naming I'm using is what will be there. So I don't want to upload that one you can upload. Yeah, so 3 selected. Okay, it's pushing. Give it time. So as it's doing its thing, let us continue editing. So we have that. Okay, so we have it in GitHub already. Go back down here, then we paste like that. So we have that. That is our file. Then we have now our script to build it. We call it build.sh. Basically, it's not building. What this script will be doing is copying this service file to its to where it's supposed to be, to its directory. So I'm not that good at this writing here. So so write a script. I'll use AI for this. Write a script to install. Now the name of the file, HTML parser.service. And also we want to install requirements.txt. Yeah, we have this too. And virtual environment. Let us see what we get. So we have that directory. So that's a nice one. So we've gotten that. Python 3, yes. So this one will create the virtual environment. We have this one, source. This one is to activate the environment. This one is now to upgrade pip. We have now this one to install now our libraries. Then we have to deactivate, and then we copy now our system file to our system directory. Then we reload system daemon, the system daemon. We have this one to enable the service. We start the service. Then now the installation will be complete. Okay, so that's not bad. So this one will be activated inside our directory. So we'll have to change now this one, the path to our Python. The path to our Python file will be the same as, so let's first copy the path, this one. So it will be the same as now the path like that. Now then the directory to our virtual environment. Then where the scripts are, now we will find Python. So this one is now the correct script. We save it. Okay, so we search. We have that to change its permission for this one. So let us make an update. Okay, so we've deployed add deployment script and service file. So created build.sh for automated deployment, created systemd file, added virtual environment setup, added dependency installation, and enabled service on boot. Let's commit. So we have half of the job is done. So let us go here to now our server. So we clone now the repository. Okay, so this is not a good sign. I think we were logged out. See, we were logged out. So not sure if that was the command. Yeah, so let me just go and make it public. So here this is our project. Sorry, so here we go. Go to our settings, then we change visibility to public. Come on. Let me just use my mobile. Give me a minute. Approved. Okay, so we have now our repo is public. I'll fix that later. I'll just add my SSH key to that, so we don't have a readme currently, but that's okay. It's not for public consumption, so let us run that again. We were cloning. Oh, it's still asking for. So I see where we went wrong. So I spelled it wrong, so it is HTML, not NL. So change directory into the project. So you see we have that. So we run build.sh, so creating virtual environment. So it will go through all that process. It will create all the environment for us, and as you can see, the installation is complete and it's running on local hosts. So to test it out, we can use a HTTP node, since they are sharing the same server. So we can say localhost localhost 8001. So remember, that was the port. So it's a post request. Then now we have the send body. We were sending our body as HTML now from this part. So what we'll do is so we can see it's connected, so we'll send this as our body here, JSON. So our value is data, then our name is now HTML, like that. So we can execute step and see what we get here. Okay, so unsupported protocol localhost. So you cannot they got us there. HTTP .c it refused, perhaps offline. So let us check the status of our system file. So it was called HTML parser. So here we go, 8081. But this one is saying the service refused the connection. And if we try again, so I think it's something to do with the N8N is running on a Docker, while the Nini is outside. So let us see if ChatGPT will help us solve that issue. So I was asking, so and service file, and added them to my server. n can't seem to reach the server. Can it have something to do with that in is Docker? My English is not Englishing, but please forgive me. So yeah, 100% likely if your is Docker network isolation is true. So what is happening is that inside the container, localhost means so okay. So but the first API server is running on so it's invisible to containers unless you explicitly expose it. So fixes, choose one. So option 1 is to bind fast API to 0000. Then this makes it accessible to other containers via the host's IP. Like we have, for example, you can change this one to this one. Then after we restart that, we can have our use our IP now. Or an alternative, so inside Docker, this Docker points to your so I think I'll use the 000, then I can use this to see my Docker's IP. Okay, let us do that, and let us try that. So let me change this one. This is in main.py. So we have 0. In this part also we have 0. Update that. Generate a commit message. Give it time to load. Then we commit. Then go back here. Let us see our Docker's internal IP. Paste. So Docker is on so we have it here, inet. We don't have the IP. Okay, that's all right. Okay, it's okay. So what we'll do is let me restart it. Start, then check the status. Come a little quick again. Status. Oh, you did not update it, so git pull. Yeah, then you can now restart again, so that so you've changed it. So we can use our instances IP to now fetch the information. So I think since I'm using this instance, when I say here, for example, my HTTPS, I think since I have firewall installed, I cannot do this. colon, then I think I'm tripping. So we have bigger date, kind of shop, stroke that. Maybe let's see what that gets us. Method not allowed. How? You want to tell me we were using a get request all that time? No way. So I think that was a get request. Let us see. It is using posts, but we are running this on its get. What's happening? Oh. Let's get that. Okay, so I think you're back. Yeah, so I think we'll use this IP address. So we'll just come here, since it's still executing. I think it will just time out, so it's better off to do it myself. Let me clean out the data, clear execution. Let me try that again. Now this time around I have the IP address, so I'll just take this back to that. So the previous data is executing, then invalid cal. So http colon, and that execute step again. It refused the connection. So again, we are getting an error. So 8081, and thus we are using 8001. So 8081. Execute step. So requests, the resource you are requesting could not be found. So we are getting somewhere. So we just need to see the endpoint. I think it was somewhere here. So the endpoint is pass. So if so let us just copy that. Pass like that. Execute the step. We get our data back. So our endpoint is running as expected. So this is now the replacement for our extract metadata function. So we can have this one connected there before we disconnect. This one, we connect it there. And now this error has been occurring. I've had to deal with that error for like months, and I was just being lazy. And now we have a fix. Let us see what we get. So that this is just an error with credentials. So it has been so long I've not been reconnecting this. I'm using a test account, so I have to come and reconnect it back again. So comment down, you can drop down in your comment section. You can tell me, explain to you how to connect your credentials like that, like mine. So let us execute our workflow again. So we have 2 posts, you can see. Okay, so we will go while posting. You can see we have 2 posts. We have 1612 posts so far from February. Yeah, so let us see. So cannot assign to read only property name of object. Error, reference node does not exist. So I think we referenced a node that doesn't exist, which is, I think it was read from the posts. Let us see. Fetch all posts. Okay, fetch all posts is there. So it's talking about metadata. This part, extract metadata.all. This one does not exist. We've changed it to something else. We have not even given it a name. Currently it's just HTTP request, so let us give it the name extract metadata again. This one, extract metadata. So simply this run we are taking currently will just be of updating such errors in the code. So it's executing, build time. So I don't think there's another one. So extract metadata. So we have 4 items now. 4 items. Something is not right. So run once for all items. Should be 2 items. Let's see if that will change. Let's see a table. So we have 2 items like that. So it's returning 2 items of the same data. How about that? Let's execute the whole flow again. This big guy here, our brain, is doing the heavy lifting. So as you can see, the way I was getting, we have 2 posts, 2. Now it is working. 2. Have 2 items. Now we have our posts. It has been posted on LinkedIn. So what we'll do, we'll just open LinkedIn here, and as it is opening, we'll see what we have. So you have that to my phone. So this is my LinkedIn. You can see my engagement, my post impressions. We have profile viewers. Let's head over to our posts. We want to see how our posts they are doing. So I'll just open my profile, scroll down. Posts. So we have this one now and this one now. So you can see we have Discover Vibe, a management tool for AI coding agents. So this project addresses the challenge of orchestrating. So you can see this post is the same as this one here. This one that was posted. Let's check from the notification sent to my phone. So you see Discover Vibe, a management tool from AI. So you see it's the same post. So addressing the complexities of secure remote access. You can see all these, and when we go back to our N10, you can see addressing the complexities of secure remote. So yeah, so that is my script, it's back alive. This one is set to auto restart itself on machine. If I reload my server, if I restart my server, the script will restart itself. So this problem is permanently fixed for now. So you can see my last post was made a little bit it's been way too long before I posted last. So you can see this one is 1 minute 2 minutes ago. So it has made 4 posts. I don't know why. Let us check what is going on. So 4 items. I thought we had to, so I'll have to recheck these. So I'll check this one what is happening. But as you can see, the last post I made was 3 weeks ago, and 3 weeks ago you can see the issue we raised. This was the issue. Yeah, you can see I raised the issue 3 weeks ago. Yeah, the last time this was posted. So as I was posting my issue, the issue was not was there for some sometime. So you can see this one was opened the last month. You can see it was not running 3 weeks ago. Similar, it was a similar case until I posted, and we've been waiting for the update. So the recent update that came, that error was some lengthy error. Let me show you the way it looked that time. So we had all these as an error, the module not found error, module OS blocked. So we moved from this to whatever I was showing you before as the video was starting. And now today I decided I won't wait for their fix again. I'll do it myself, and I have that. So for this one today, I'm not touching any code. I'm not coding myself. I'll use AI for all this, so that I show you that it's not hard to use AI as long as you know what you're doing. So, and you know how to provide prompts. So here I'll say this is the input data to node, to JS node. ChatGPT, since we have context, we are talking about initn. When I say a JS node, it knows that that's the initn node I'm talking about. So I'll just come here and copy this JSON, just convert it to JSON like that. I'll see this copy. So this is some lengthy text. I'm not sure if it will work. Let us see. So just paste that there. Okay. Wow, so it's so lengthy. Don't think it will work. So let us see. So how many items do we have here? 1612 items. Those are a lot of items to work with. So what we'll do is go back here, press Ctrl Z, come back here, then so this is a lot of data, so let us let's copy this one instead. Since it's similar data, this one are just 2, so we'll just convert it to JSON, copy like that, then go back to ChatGPT, paste, then you tell ChatGPT that here which is how many items do we have as input? We have 1612. So we 612 items. So that's just for context. Then we now give it the JS node code. We give it now the code itself. We have this one here, so I'll paste it. Then we copy now the output, copy it to clipboard. So I'll copy the output so the output returns 4 items, and we need just returns 4 items, meaning it's duplicating like that. So let's see what you get as output. So got it. So your code intends to filter out but it's returning to be so this part of the key logic that does that. So here is your key logic. So we have the post ID. Okay, so based on your input data, the key is this one. So you're accessing the wrong key. So what we are doing is from post.json. So this one is using the last script. You see, it's using the last script. You can see here we changed extract metadata. It's using the last one that we had, the one that we've replaced. So that's what is happening here. So we have new post is equals to nh posts dot filter extract metadata dot all. So this metadata I think the metadata changed. So but your input uses id, not posts. So this so you can see where we went wrong. So here is the cleaned version. So you can copy the cleaned version, you see whether it works. So we paste, and then now we try and execute. So we should get 2 items back. Let's give it time. 4 items. So it's taking its sweet time. So it's still returning 4 items. I don't know why. Still getting 4 items. So yes, so I think at least you got a snapshot of how that one works. So I'll just activate that one so you can see our posts were made successfully. So we have 2 impressions already. You see the other ones are performing very well, 24, 48, 11 impressions. We have some with 4, others with 6. So yeah, we try. So thank you for watching till the end. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave us a comment of what you'd like to see us automate next. Yeah, goodbye, have a nice time.